After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 544. Today is Monday, March 6, 2023, as we are recording. With what?
I forgot something.
Okay.
Sorry.
She forgot something. She'll be right back. Anyway, today is Monday, March 6, 2023, as we are recording. It's episode 544. Want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Fun in the Woman Cave. If you're new, we're glad that you found us, and we hope that you will decide to come back and visit with us again. And if you are returning, we're always glad to see you back here for the Fun in the Woman Cave. If you are new or returning, but you haven't become official yet, please feel free to join the YouTube group officially. Just hit the little subscribe button on your right. It's a little red button that says subscribe. And there's a little bell that you can tap that can give you notifications of when we put the podcast up. And you can choose how often you want to be notified for that. If you want to be a part of the group in PHN, in our home group, that's phnpodcast.freeforums.net, and that the little description box has the information with that link, and that's where we do the alongs and all that. So if you want to have chances to do prizes and just have a lot of fun, that's over in the PHN group. And again, that's in the description box. I am Arlesia, also known as Lady Fernico.
I'm Ty, also known as Franciscan Gypsy. This is TMNB.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Bunny.
He fell behind me, so he wanted attention.
How many do you have that you're showing?
I have 3. The rest are designs.
I have 3, 2, and I have 5 I have 5 total.
But that counts as projects.
I can't show them though.
But they count as projects because they are not your shop.
Okay.
If I was testing, it'd be the same thing.
All right. Well, in my Crochet Owl Mug,
do you have an extra napkin?
That Crystal gave me, that's Chronically Crocheting. Crystal, I'm way behind on your podcast, but I'm way behind with everything, so don't take it personally. I would try to catch up with you. I love watching Crystal. She's amazing. And she seems to be doing a lot of toy-along type things now, so that's kind of fun. Check her out if you are interested in crocheting and if you like toys and things. She's amazing.
She's trying to work through her books, isn't she?
I think so. Mm-hmm. She's absolutely amazing. She's really fun, and she's just, I love her dearly. She gave me this owl mug. She knows I love owls. And in it I have, what's it called? I just call it the little gray cells, but it's chocolate Mocha Mott with the little gray cells or something like that.
No, it's called, no, it doesn't say the chocolate Mocha Mott. It says, something about, coffee.
No, there's no coffee.
Okay,
anyway, I have that, and I love it.
I can't bring it to my mind right now.
I'm going to tell you in just a second.
Maybe it is chocolate malt for the little gray cell.
I think it is, but we'll see here in just a second.
I don't think it's chocolate mocha nut.
I don't. It's a long title, which is why I can't remember.
That's why we usually just call it the little gray cell.
Yeah, when I look it up, I put the little gray cells.
And that usually brings it. I think chocolate mocha nut for the little. Maybe you're right. Because I'm so used to calling these the little gray cells that I can't remember.
That's what I call it. And that's why I put it when I say I'm having it. That's what I call it too. They know what I'm talking about. So. It is called...
It might just be... You might be right.
Chocolate Mocha Tea.
Oh, okay. Okay. They don't have the Mott part.
And yes, this is a reference to Hercule Poirot.
Yeah.
Okay. And I love this tea. Actually, when I first heard about it, I didn't think I was going to like it because they mentioned coffee. And I really don't like coffee. But this is really good.
Because it doesn't actually have coffee in it. It's got Mocha Tea, which is based off of... What should say in here? It's a Brazilian... toasted. Okay, I believe it's based off of a root, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think so. She's having a tea very similar to mine.
Yeah, mine is actually is the base tea to hers. So, I tend to drink a lot of base teas, actually. So this is Mocha Nut Mott, a Brazilian toasted mott with its mellow chicory notes enhanced by the indulgent flavors of chocolate and hazelnut.
So it's not plain.
It's not plain, no.
Yeah.
It's one of the actual Adagio blends, so it's less expensive than if you were to get a fandom blend.
Like this one.
Yeah.
So I might have to try that one and see
this is oh, actually, I'll let you probably want the hot one.
Yes.
I'll let you try that in a second. So this is got the dark chocolate chips, natural hazelnut flavor, natural chocolate flavor with marigold flowers. Some of the things that aren't necessarily mentioned in the notes for the little gray cell, simply because it's implied by saying the chocolate mocha.
And I did I think I put a little less sugar than I normally do, and it's okay, it's good. But normally I would put a little bit more in this because I'm so used to using the smaller cup.
Yeah.
That's not bad, but I like that better.
A little bit more chocolate, probably. And a little more hazelnut, probably.
Yeah, this is really good. I've come to the conclusion that, like Chester, like chicory in my tea, if he puts in his coffee. Chester, yes, that is a reference.
I wonder why he put chicory, to make it last?
I think it was chicory, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was chicory,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. Because they would I think they would complain because he added too much chicory. I think
he was trying to stretch the coffee.
I think he was, but I believe someone used to complain about how much chicory he put in there.
And to give you some more frame of reference, Chester was played by Dennis Weaver.
And it was the first, gosh, he was there for a long time.
Yeah, it was in the 50s when it started, I believe. It was James Arnaz and Dennis Weaver and Amanda Blake.
Yeah, Amanda Blake.
I forget who played Doc.
Oh, gosh.
And then a young Burt Reynolds.
Young Burt Reynolds. But he wasn't until, the
second season, I think.
No, not even that early. I think he was, third or fourth.
I wonder if it was that late.
When you're talking over news, I'll check it out.
Yeah. So anyway, it's Gunsmoke. Okay,
yeah.
It's Gunsmoke.
Classic TV show, lasted 20 years.
We didn't get all the way. Once they jumped the shark when Doc was gone and Festus started to become a clown.
I've never watched it to the point that Doc was gone.
Neither have I. I've seen occasional episodes where they came up on television, but we didn't watch it as a family.
Well, there was a point where they just got kind of goofy.
Yeah. Right about the time when you had all three. You had Chester, and you had Quint, and you had
Festus. Unfortunately, by the time Festus came along, Festus had a few good episodes, but for whatever reason, they decided to make him a caricature.
And he's not.
And he's not. When they first brought, or at least not, he wasn't when they first brought him in. He was supposed to be actually a rather dark character.
I liked Festus Hagen.
At least at the start of what he was supposed to be. And I don't know, some other writers got a hold of him, and they completely messed with his character.
And that's Ken Curtis, for those of you who might not know.
Ken Curtis is great.
Oh, yeah, he can sing. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that's a little bit of a roundabout introduction. Welcome back to our normal.
Yes, I have 2 mugs. So I have all I want is to hug all the bunnies. I almost said the bunnies.
I was gonna say, let me taste that. I haven't heard that tea.
And this is the full mug is in my I'd rather be knitting mug.
Is that from Crystal, or is that?
Oh no, I've got this a long time ago.
Okay.
My Crystal mug is quite a bit larger.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And I generally...
She's such a sweetheart.
She is very sweet.
She's a sweetheart.
I made a mistake of putting, that Blanco... It was basically milk with the corn meal in it. And it got super thick, and I had trouble finishing it because I made the mistake. I was like, oh, this is a breakfast. I'll grab a big old mug.
Probably
Way too much.
Probably could have handled the Adagio mug.
Yeah, that was so thick.
Yeah.
By the time I was done, I was like, I don't want any more of this for ever. It was really hard to finish it because later on, because
she tried to get me to drink it, and I was like,
and it's not that it was bad. It's just I had way too much at one time, and it made me kind of sick of it. By the time I
next time you make it, maybe I'll have it for breakfast.
Yeah, because it's thick. Initially, you don't think it's gonna thicken enough, but as it sits, it thickens. So
you have to look at the calories and stuff for that, but
it'll be easier once we also do it in the lower portions.
Right. Well, like I said, I don't want to have. I have for breakfast. I have a certain kind of thing that I'm kind of looking at. So
yeah, exactly. And you need a little bit of something more than just fluid on your stomach because of the way your body reacts to tea. Yeah. But yeah, I think we did all our introduction-y types. Oh, thank you for everyone who was so nice. I hadn't responded to all the comments in the last podcast. I was really out most of the week. between I had on and off migraines.
Yeah, and I did respond to everybody, but I waited to the last minute because I got very industrious and decided to reorganize my room, and it's almost completely organized, but it still has a ways to go. I just got rid of things. I was getting overwhelmed, and I was just like, I need to get rid of stuff.
Did you put your scrapbooking stuff in the boxes instead?
Right there.
That's what I thought. So all the actual needles and stuff are in bags.
Yeah, I have needles and I have two bags full of needles because my Chow Goos have one bag. My Chow Goos and my Knitter's Pro, I think it
Knitter's Pride, I think it is.
Whichever one's not knit.
And I put those two together in a bag too.
And then my other one has my other needles. And then I have one for my hooks, and then I have another bag for notions. Actually, I have two bags for notions. One that's for the bigger ones, and one that has two little bags in it that has crochet notions and knit notions.
No, it's actually quite the bags smush more, and that's how I do mine. It's just a lot more convenient.
I get very easily overwhelmed. Overwhelmed is probably not the right word. Neither is stressed. It makes me
not jittery.
I don't know. It makes me irritable. Maybe I don't know if that's not even the right word. I don't like it when I can see all
you feel
this
pressured.
It's too much stuff. It's too much stuff, and I feel like I shouldn't have this much stuff, and I have to start paring out. I have to start giving away things and getting rid of stuff. We took stuff to the Goodwill. I'm gonna give more stuff to the Goodwill later on, but cleared out books, I repurposed my bags, some of them, and got rid of some yarn, and not quite finished, but I feel a lot better.
How much yarn? You didn't have that much yarn to get rid of.
I had some in bags, and I got rid of most of my bulky down there.
Okay.
Because you see all my plastic.
Please tell me it's mostly acrylic you got rid of, because
oh yeah, I would never just get rid of.
Okay, I was gonna say you did not just get rid of nice yarn and not offer it to me.
No. I would have either offered it to you or would offer it as prizes. I would not have just gotten rid of nice yarn, but I did get rid of a lot of acrylic. In fact, I still have some James C. Brett that I might get rid of, depending on if I decide to use it for something or not. But I have.
Yeah, you usually used it for what? Baby stuff, right?
Toys or baby stuff.
Because I've used it for well, actually, TMNB. Oh, you are. No, wait, he's not mainly
no.
it.
He's Heidi, isn't he?
No. Oh gosh, he might actually be Marigold.
He might be.
I think he might be Marigold Jen. I weirdly picked up some bulky. One time. I think because I really liked the color. And yeah, I think he's Marigold Jen.
Yeah, because you had to do black.
That's right, I ran out of yarn. So his back legs are black. And this might be Heidi's yarn.
Possibly.
Because look, it's variation.
But did you ever buy bulky from Heidi?
Unless I doubled.
You might have.
I can't remember.
I know that yellow on the unicorn is from Marigold Jen. I did.
Yeah, because I gave you my yellow, so you'd have enough to do it.
Because it was a year before she decided to stop dyeing yarn.
Was it only the year before?
I think it was the year before.
Oh, I thought it was
and I fell in love with it. It was an autism. She did an autism colorway, if I remember correctly. It was some kind of special thing, and I bought it because I wanted to support that for her. And she's an amazing dyer anyway. So.
It was for autism.
Yeah, and so I bought enough. I thought I bought enough. I think I had to give me a skein to finish up.
I did. I had to give you my skein.
Okay, having said that, moving forward.
And I'm supposed to, while you're talking about business, I'm supposed to be looking at Burt Reynolds.
Okay, so now we have our longs, and it is the first week of March, so that means we're going to get a little bit longer intro into some of these things. And what I'll probably do is just go through all the information for one along, and then I'll just say what's different for the others, okay? And I think we only have 2 going anyway right now. I forgot to set up the thread for the Easter one, so I'll do that later.
I almost wrote Burt Reynolds.
Anyway, the first charity we have.
I'm an adult.
The first charity project. The first along we have is our year long, which is the PHN Movie Night Make Along 2023, and this, as I said, goes the full year. So it's January 1st, 2023 through December 31st, 2023, which means that a midnight going into January 1st of 2024, it's over, okay? So projects must be knit, loom knit, crocheted, woven, or paper crafts such as journaling, origami, card making, etc., drawing, anything that, that kind of stuff, okay? If you have questions, feel free to ask. Previous whips will be allowed, but must be worked on during the along and must reflect the theme. The chatter and the pictures are all on the same thread. Projects must be tied in some way, shape, or form to the movies. The movie experience. We're not talking about, made-for-TV movies or anything like that. We're talking about theater releases, and that can be, in a movie house, a cinema, a drive-in, whatever, that kind of a thing. It can be the food that you eat there. It could be something to do with tickets. It could be something to do with the actors and actresses, all that kind of stuff, as long as it's particular. And if it's actors or actresses, it needs to be in a specific movie. It just can't be Scarlett Johansson just for Scarlett Johansson. You have to say what the movie is, so we know that it's coming from a movie, okay? Science fiction, fantasy, mysteries, all that kind of stuff, okay? One whip per project per week, the FO whenever it's completed, and we do have prizes, and I'm too lazy to put the prizes in there, so you guys are going to be surprised, okay? Featured yarns and patterns, anything by Lady Fernico Creations, anything by Franciscan Gypsy Designs, and anything by Lollipop Girl Yarns, who was Laura Concert and is Laura Concert. So yarns or patterns by any of us. If you have a project, a finished object that uses a yarn or a pattern in the featured yarn or pattern, you have 2 chances of prize for finished object. If you use a yarn and a pattern that's featured and you finish it, that's eligible for 3 chances at prizes, but you have to do your own multiple postings, okay? The hashtag on Instagram is hashtag PHN Movie Night 2023 on Instagram, okay? The prizes for this one, our year-longs are the only ones by necessity that we pull quarterly, okay? So at the end of this month, we'll be pulling for the first quarter of the movie along.
Yeah, because each of our other alongs only last a quarter.
Right. Ready, Set, Go is basically the same rules, except this is only for 3 months, so it ends the end of this month. It's January through March. And this is where you start all the things. So anything that is entered into this along has to be started no earlier than January 1st, because this is where you start all the things, okay? And once you start the things January 1st, then you can still post your whips, but no whips that were like October or something of last year. That was a different along. This is everything new, okay? So anything started January 1st or later. And all the other rules are basically the same. Basically just the same, okay? Except the hashtag is PHN Ready, Set, Go 2023 on Instagram, okay? And this, we will pull the prizes for this one at the end of, well, not the end of March. We'll pull it April 1st, okay? I will probably pull it either early April 1st or something. I will probably lock the thread. Me, Talia, or Rena most likely are the ones who lock it, although we do have a couple other moderators.
Do we really think Talia's going to be locking it?
Well, I have to say it because, let them make their own decisions. Their own, I'm a good person. Anyway, that's it. That's we only have
if you have to tell us you're a good person.
I'm not telling them. I'm telling you because you're deficient sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Anyway,
that doesn't sound like something a good person would say.
I speak the truth. Good people speak the truth.
Okay.
Anyway, we do have one more along that will be it is going on. I just haven't set up the thread. This is because we inadvertently deleted the holiday thread.
Let's say it out. Talia, most likely is the one who inadvertently deleted the holiday thread.
Maybe I'm going to put up a new thread as soon as I get a little time. I'm going to put up a new thread, maybe today or tomorrow. Keep your eye out for it. And what it is, essentially, is it's. Let me see how I said it. It's the alongs for Hanukkah. Celebrating Hanukkah, Easter, and spring is basically what it is. And so it's going to go from when I put the thread up, probably until maybe Mother's Day. So we have a couple of months to do it. And this is just kind of a way to have fun with spring. And for those who, I feel really bad for the person who is so
Yeah.
active
Sorry about that.
in the and I can't remember who it was, or I would send her something, but I can't remember who she was. So hopefully she'll be just as active in this one, and she'll have a chance. And I highly encourage you to please take part in this, because Renna has donated a prize, and it's a very nice prize.
Because we really don't have any parameters about what needs to be in there.
Just the normal parameters that it has to be those certain kinds of crafts, and that has to do with spring, Easter, Hanukkah, that kind of thing. If there's something else that falls in there, it's a holiday, that's acceptable. So if you want to do something for April Fool's Day, just be nice, okay? Be nice on April Fool's Day. Then that's fun. It's fun. Just go ahead and have at it. But I would try and get the thread up in the next couple of days, okay? If you are working on things for that, just make sure you keep them aside so you can put them on in, because this is something that Ty and I discussed, I think it was 2 weeks ago, and I just haven't had
2 weeks ago.
I just haven't had a chance to do anything. So that's that.
Okay, before we run into projects, I did look up when Burt Reynolds was in Gunsmoke. Now, what season did you say you thought
2.
was? And I said I thought it was...
You said it was 4.
4. Season 8.
Are you serious?
1962, season 8. He was 26 years old.
He looks younger than that there.
I think he probably is playing younger too.
Yeah.
He was the baby. Actually, he stayed for a long time. The baby.
Even younger than Chester.
Oh yeah. Well, Chester was there 8 seasons at that point, and I think
he was
Chester,
a war veteran.
Yeah, and Chester, I believe, was late 20s when he started. If not older.
Well, I meant the character, not just the...
I mean, even the character.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dennis Weaver was a little older, yeah.
He didn't ever look as young as Quint did. I mean, I know part of it's a different face shape, but Quint was young. So, yeah. 8 seasons.
Wow. I guess you think about it, when he's 20 seasons, that's,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was surprised when you said you thought it was season 2.
I think I kept forgetting that it was such a long series, Well,
because we watched it.
Was it put out once a week, though? I don't think it was every day. So if it was once a week, that might be why it seemed like...
I don't know.
Because we watched it concurrently.
And also remember, at the beginning, they were half hour. Because it would be a race to the finish to try to finish the episodes in time. I think they had already gone to the hour ones by the time Quint came along.
Pretty close, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Well, let's get started. So if you get tired, we get to our stuff.
So that's our surprise of the day. That Burt Reynolds did not join until 8th season.
And then there's the thing where they didn't say why Chester disappeared, which is a whole other kettle of fish.
Oh my god.
We were so annoyed with that. What happened to him? Everybody loves Chester and he disappears and
he never existed. No one talks about him ever again.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Chester? What Chester?
What's a Chester?
You mean like nuts? Okay, anyhow, you're going first anyway. Because you have 5 to my 3.
In my Knit Is My Bag large angels bag, this one's not getting repurposed. This one's staying with the yarn. This is my Film Noir shawl project from the Scrap Shawl pattern by Anastasia Sattel, and I did do a little bit of this. I want to say I had some waiting room time, but I can't remember. Oh, I did it at the, I think I worked a little bit on this. Did I bring this with me to the hairdresser? Maybe I didn't. I don't remember.
That's why you guys did go to the hairdresser.
So
I used that as recovery data, so I didn't go.
So you can see it's getting pretty good size. Not a whole lot different from what I showed you last time, but it is growing. I'm using scrap. Well, I'm actually using full skeins because even though it's a scrap shawl, I like the shawl and I want to wear it with dresses and things, so I would like it to be a little cohesive for that. So I am using full skeins simply because I wanted to have some kind of cohesion to it, and it's not.
You actually picked up yarn specifically for this.
Well, no, I actually decided to use it. I didn't pick this up for this.
You picked up some extra of the white.
I picked up some of the,
white and black.
But I didn't pick this up, the black and all this. I had these just...
No, you had some of those colors, but you didn't have all... There was yarn you picked up specifically for this.
Yeah, because I knew what I wanted to do and I didn't have the tie-in for it.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and picked up the Dragonfly Fibers.
No, it wasn't Dragonfly Fibers. It was Miss Babs that helped you pick it out.
Miss Babs with the
Was black and white.
black and white?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
You might have Dragonfly Fibers. You had Dragonfly Fibers for some of the other ones, because I think that
I have Area 52 in here.
Yeah, it's
or,
your...
not
It's
Area
your
52. The one from Hunger Games, Area 52. 56.
it's, yeah, I think it is 52, but it's not Area.
I have a couple of Hunger Games things in
Yeah,
here,
I think that your dark ones are Hunger Games, but it's the white and black one. They're Miss Babs, because I helped you pick it out, because you had to go with a different base than what you actually already had.
Yeah. And I think I haven't used all of that yet.
Well, that's your main color, so...
But anyway, this works up fairly quickly because I'm using a good size needle, even though the yarn ranges from DK to Sport. Because I like a little bit of drape to this. I don't like my shawl to feel like it's bulletproof. The shawl I'm working on is this one. So
Yeah, I'm not wearing mine at the second. Actually, the one I'm wearing is falling off. Because...
I'm actually cold. Is that the one Laura Smoot gave you?
Yes, it is. Yeah. I am cold too, but until I don't currently have a purple shawl. So
That's a hint?
No.
Okay. I don't know if you wanted a purple scrap shawl.
No.
There's that look. Yes, she wants a purple scrap shawl.
No, I mean, like, can't talk about that.
I know. But that doesn't mean you don't want a purple scrap shawl.
You say it like that, people are going to try to make me a purple scrap shawl.
No, they know that I'm sitting right here. That as soon as I finish this one, I have to put another one on the hooks anyway. Although I'm not sure if it's going to be yours or mine, because I have some that I want to do for myself too. I love.
Well, you will always have one on the hooks because.
Sometimes I have two on the hook.
Well, my point is that you will never be like, man, who's going to possibly want another one?
It's also my go-to to give to people. I think I've given away 2 or 3 of these.
Well, you at least given 2 to me.
Yeah, and then I gave one to Laura, and I gave one to Crystal.
Oh, yes, right, you did. Mm-hmm.
Crystal's was beautiful. Crystal's was absolutely gorgeous.
What color did you use for hers?
Blue and... Crystal, does it have red in it? I forget. It was a beautiful shawl. Really nice yarn in that.
I don't think you ever put blue and red together in one of these.
It's a blue shawl. I thought I had some red in it, but maybe not.
Unless the yarn already had red in it.
No. It was really, really pretty. She wore it. She showed pictures because she wore it to a wedding. It made my day that she actually wanted to wear it to a wedding. So, let me just go ahead and put this aside for the moment. I just want to work on it a little bit. Okay, my next one that I worked on. Let's see here. And some I didn't work on because I needed to pay better attention than I could when I sat down to crochet.
Right.
So I'm just going to put this down for a second because I might want to take it back out again. You have 3, so I have to go twice once.
Yes.
Okay. This is the one I brought to the hairdresser with me. And this is my, in my PHN 10-year Podiversary Silver Shed USA bag, where Anne did an absolutely fabulous job. And this is my Strawberry Shortcake Baby Blanket. I'm using ice yarn. This is really incredibly soft, but it's also incredibly fuzzy.
It kind of seems to go hand in hand at times.
It's got a real noticeable halo to it. And normally, what saves this for me is that I really want to make the blanket out because I think it'll be really soft. But I will not use this particular one again unless I have it in my stash there because, not ice yarn.
The base.
Because ice yarn I've used on multiple occasions. By multiple, this is my 3rd. And I've got...
Is it only your 3rd?
Yeah. I did a green one. I did the one Crystal sent me. I did the one Kara sent me. And I even have some extra of that. And now I'm doing this one. And then I have 2 packages of blue, 2 packages of purple pink, and I don't know what that top one is. I can't really see it. It's like a deeper purple.
I think
green,
it's a deeper purpley thing, yeah.
Yeah. So I have a nice stash of this. This is kind of my go-to for the blankets because it's really a nice acrylic to work with for baby blankets and things, and it's not overly expensive. And we do have a nice supplier for it. She's really sweet. She's over on Etsy, and I know you can get it elsewhere, but. Get the personal touch.
We also get it in bulk that way.
Yeah. She puts together packages.
Yeah.
Like I've got, I think it's 2 packages. I have 2 packages. I think 4 of the blue.
Oh, I thought they came in 6s.
Maybe this 6.
I think they.
I think it depends on the weight.
You see, I think it's always been 6.
No, the green one I had only had 4.
Might not have been the same supplier because that was a gift.
Maybe, yeah. I think it was 4. But I am very grateful for the people who, I forget why Crystal gave me that yarn, but I was really glad.
I thought it was just because.
And then Kara gave me some, and I was really happy with that as well. I have some extra with Kara, so I think I can make another blanket with that one.
Yeah, they might not have used the same supplier because, I believe your other ones come in 6.
This one comes in 6, but
yeah.
I don't know about those. I can't see. I can't tell if they're in long skeins or if they're in the cakes, because if they come in the cakes like this, they're 6. But I think the green one comes in a skein.
Oh yeah, is it? Well, because that's a different. That came in as a gift. The ones I picked up for you come in the.
Well, even the ones I got from there.
Yeah.
So, but I really, ice yarn is one of the few acrylics I work with anymore because I need acrylics for charity type things. So they don't always have the facilities to take care of it properly. So I want to make sure that whatever I give them is going to hold up if they just throw it into a laundromat or something.
Right.
Or a washing machine, and are able to just not worry about the fact that it might shrink and not be usable anymore.
Right.
So, but you can see I did a little bit of this. I love the way this is working out. I have to say that they do a really good job with their colors.
Mm-hmm.
I think the other place I got ice yarn was from Lovecrafts. That's what I want to say, from Lovecrafts. And then, of course, I was gifted, because people spoil us, and we love them very much. They're very generous to us. But look at the pretty colors. Isn't that pretty? It looks like, it kind of reminds me of a sunset or a sun, like the pinks and the purples and stuff like that in the sky. But, or cotton candy. Fuzzy like cotton candy. Your turn.
Yeah. Okay, so sorry about the yawns. I'm going to get my last few stitches on here.
I have to go see if Laura's got her shop set up yet. I know she was working on it. Or the person helping her was working on it.
So speaking of Laura, in my little bunny bag that she got me, this is a Adelaide Cottage bag with all these little bunnies on it.
So cute.
It looks like it might have been an Easter theme, which is, appropriate since...
That'd be really pretty. I'm going to take a look at that and see if I can get a colorway. I'll maybe take a picture.
Yeah, you probably could.
It'd be a really light one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's spring colors. And in here is the neon watermelon socks. This is the pattern is the vanilla cream socks pattern by K.F. Jones of Bakery Bears fame. And I am using, for the main color, Mom's Neon Watermelon colorway. And then I am using Knit Picks. It's like black sock yarn with nylon as well. I'm using that for the cuffs, heels, and toes.
So that I did that in a fingering sock base for you? Okay.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, right, yeah.
And you'd initially... I don't know if you had held this in the shop and I purchased it, or it's one of these ones that you just were like, oh yeah, here. Or if Davina decided she liked it, because initially I was going to make her socks out of it, and then she's like, well, I have enough. And so I just hung on to it. And eventually I was like, well, I want socks out of it. Yeah. So she lost.
It's really pretty. I like that way it turned out.
Well, I always knew that when I would knit it up, it would have to be black heels, toes, cuffs.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, I mean, I guess I haven't really shown it. There it is so far.
Micro striping, sort of.
Yeah, it's spiraling.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Are you quite finished?
No.
You rude thing.
No, unfortunately. The caffeine doesn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Could you please... tissues are nowhere near. Fiddles. Okay. It's more of this like allergy type things. I thought I had enough in my pockets, but I don't.
Let me do my thing and then I can get you another one. Alright guys, I'll come back for my project as soon as I get the tissue box because she is not prepared.
Well, we usually have one here.
Well, that was when they were right there.
No, I mean like we kept them on the couch
No,
for a while.
I don't keep them on the couch.
Okay,
I never have.
podcasts
I
we
never
had.
have. They were just there
Oh, okay.
because I don't like stuff just cluttering up my stuff.
Stuff cluttering up your stuff?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure if I'm capable of doing that right now. Thank you. Just allergies, less mast cell / whatever.
Okay. Is it your turn? No, it's my
No,
turn.
I just went.
Okay. Wait a second. I'm kind of.
But yeah,
If I'm not careful, I'll pull the skirt, and you don't want to see that. Okay. Because, it pulls real easy. Okay, my next one I can't show you. Okay? Here it is in the bag that Rena gave me for my birthday. Your turn.
oh, that's right. You. Okay, sorry. I wasn't paying attention because something came through the WhatsApp.
Oh,
You're gonna want to take a look at it. I think it was Brittany who sent something. It looks interesting.
okay.
But
I'll do that after we're done. I don't want to be rude.
well, no, I'm not taking a closer look either right now. It just popped across my screen because I felt my phone buzz.
All right.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. Alrighty, so in my there we go, Silver Shed USA Peanuts Christmas bag because it's Christmas all year long.
Mm-hmm.
So, in here, let me just move things around.
My angel bag is theoretically a Christmas bag. I don't care.
I think it's not as obvious. Like, there's no way you can mistake this for anything but Christmas.
Right. Well, I have a couple there that Davina made for me that are obvious Christmas.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing the projects that are in there right now.
Sorry, guys. I like the shape of this. Usually I like to use it for Christmas stockings because it's a really nice Christmas stocking shape. But I don't currently have one of those in the design. I know that I eventually want to design Mom an owl one because her Christmas stocking that I made her was my first color work Christmas stocking. It wasn't my design or anything, and it's a bit thin. I don't think it was
by thin. She means it doesn't spread.
Yeah.
It doesn't stretch.
Yeah, it's a thin stocking. I don't think it's just that my color was tight. I think it was actually a thin stocking.
No, I think it was a thin stocking. Yeah. Because you can put it up to the others and it's thinner.
I mean, yes, it was my first one, but I've been knitting hats for a while. And that being said, I've consistently been unable to make socks that are color work fit the way I want to.
You might have to use a bigger needle.
I've done that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I think that's what Rena suggested.
It is what she says. No, I've done that. I've consistently torn out, gone up, and I do the same thing with cables. I just haven't quite found the right combo yet. But in here is my design. I just have to do one more glance through the pattern because I'm currently knitting on the second sock. But I do plan on putting it up on Etsy soon. I had rushed released this to the Patreons before my surgery because I wanted to make sure they had a Patreon, free to Patreon pattern available. This remains free to anyone on Patreon, but it is going to be available for purchase on Etsy for everyone else.
Such a pretty pattern.
Thank you. So this is my first sock pattern, Eleanor's Crosses. You can't really see the crosses very well. I know I was able to show it somewhat last time, but I keep forgetting to bring a sock blocker, although it probably wouldn't help anyway because my sock blocker's blue. But yeah.
Okay.
That's the first sock. The other one's not very far along. Just in the second chart. Not second charts. It's not multiple charts, but second row of the chart.
It's very pretty.
Thank you.
All right, let me just get to where.
Yeah, I was rather happy how that turned out.
Let me just get to where I can stop here because we all have to be where we can stop and not lose the progress you've made. Just get past the spine here. I want this to be done. Not because I'm not enjoying making it, but because I want to wear it.
No, I understand.
So,
I have a project like that too.
okay, so this one, goes here. Let me just...
I'm so glad I made a second cup of tea.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have another cup of tea later today, too, to do the bills and things.
Yeah, my problem is I was already halfway through my first cup
Right.
when we were ready to podcast.
And I was going to do the community that was given. I'm not sure. I have to see what it is. And see.
That's one that also is like, that's not a... When you want, when it's cold, you don't necessarily want that for your podcast one.
Oh, right. But I was talking about later.
Oh, yeah.
Let me just put this aside for a second. Okay. This one I pulled out to work on yesterday when we were watching Mission Impossible, I think it was. The 1988 version, which is very good also. I don't think there's been a bad Mission Impossible since they started. It's pretty good.
Do you think that the movie series will die when Tom Cruise stops doing it?
I don't know. I think it'll be hard pressed to find, someone as charismatic who can carry it.
Yeah, because he's carried it the...
Well, it's really, it's Mission Impossible. It's really his thing.
It is. It is. I mean, they've brought characters in now, and he's starting to have more of a crew behind him that's consistent. But
yeah,
I do wonder if it'll last past him.
It'll depend on who they choose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now this is, I made a little progress. I only did a couple of rounds on this one, but you can see that I did a little bit. Because I got the urge to do something. In fact, I found, when I was cleaning, oh, here's some of my more medium-sized ones. Maybe I should make an adult hat. And I got that book that shows me stitches, so I was thinking maybe I could do something a little different with it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is, Laura gave me a bunch of these. All the wooden ones I have are from Laura, because Laura spoils me, and I love her dearly, because she just is nice and sweet. So that's that.
It occurs to me before I go into mine. I think they're trying to prime Ilsa to take... I don't know that she can carry... You know who I think could carry if they could pull her into MIF is the little blonde who plays...
Yes.
She's charismatic.
Yes.
And that was... Oh, blast. The name of the movie she was in.
She was the niece of what's her name?
Vanessa
Max.
Redgrave,
yeah.
But in another movie, she was the sister of...
Yes.
Of
Jason Statham.
Yeah, it was Hobbs and Shaw, so she was Shaw's sister.
Yeah.
And I think she is charismatic enough to carry... They just need to get her into IMF. If they can get her into IMF, even if it's one of those things like no one's quite sure they can trust her, she's charismatic enough, I think, to carry it.
Yeah, they would never be able to get her into IMF. That wouldn't be
But
true to character.
they would have to not get her... Even if they can't get her into IMF, you would have to change the focus a little bit, where you're focusing on her working, like, side by side with them a little bit.
But then you need someone still in IMF.
You do, but if she's still the focus...
You need someone... It would be...
Well, do you think that Ilsa could be the IMF person to her?
No, I think it has to be a male.
You're probably right.
I think it has to... That probably sounds...
That
really,
character probably hasn't come around yet either.
Yeah. Because the closest one would be Jeremy Renner's character.
I don't think he would be charismatic
And
enough.
I don't know that... Well, he's very low-key. I think he can carry something. He's done it with a couple other things, but I'm not sure he's quite that yet.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think...
They're probably going to have to create a character.
Because I think Vin Rhames, who probably could, is getting too old.
And also, I kind of see his character retiring
when Tom Cruise does.
When Ethan does.
Yeah.
Just even character-wise.
Yeah.
But...
And I don't think Simon Pegg is...
Oh, no, Simon Pegg's definitely support character.
Yeah. He's very...
Even though he's had a couple of excellent moments.
Yes.
He's definitely a support character.
He's cute, though.
I think maybe in the next...
He's been put in some pretty bad situations.
Well, I'm thinking about the one where he almost got hung.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking about the one where he has strapped to a bomb.
Oh, which one was that?
When they first meet Elsa and she's...
oh, I remember that!
I mean, he's... Yeah.
He's been in some bad situations.
And he keeps coming back. He keeps trusting...
Although, who is the king of bad situations is Ethan.
Yeah, but he doesn't... It's not the same thing. Ethan
always manages to, like, stare it in the face and be like, back down.
Well, Simon, I loved that one where he was going to be hung because she gets the thing up and then she gets it so he has something to stand on.
Oh, they worked so well together.
Yeah,
in
and
that.
she gets the thing, so he has something to stand on, and he sees that she's getting in trouble, and he knocks the thing back out.
Right, and then she has to get him back up again so
Yeah.
he doesn't get hung.
Yeah. So it's a yeah.
Well, I'm gonna miss when Ethan goes, even if only for the fact that I like the girl who plays his ex-wife.
His Ilsa. I like her.
Sorry, this is a complete nerd out session that absolutely nobody wants.
I don't know. I want it.
And that's the Mission Impossible series with Ethan Hunt. I got made fun of at school because apparently my Tom Cruise collection of movies was quite obvious in comparison to the rest of my movies, but I can't help it the man knows how to make good action movies.
Yeah, he's a good action. I mean, I have everything from The Last Samurai to
That was one of the first ones I got that was not Mission Impossible.
yeah to Mission Impossible to Night and Day. You know.
Oh, I don't even have Night and Day.
Oh, I love Night and Day.
Uh-huh.
Check it out. It's got Cameron Diaz and Tom Cruise. I'm not a big fan of Cameron Diaz, but I do love Tom
There's
Cruise.
one swear word.
Yeah.
If that's something that bothers you,
Yeah.
and that's the only one throughout the entire thing. She says it.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, it's really like talk about a movie that really doesn't have anything in it.
Oh, it's a great movie. It's a great movie. It's so cute. I mean, you look really nice, June.
He's such a wacko in that.
It's like, I promise I won't shoot anybody. And it comes back.
I'm just gonna go shoot those people. Anywho, let's give away absolute every movie
You
with
need
Tom
to check
Cruise
it out.
in it.
You need to check that out. It's
Just let's ruin all the plots.
no,
No.
no, you don't want to. Okay, I did mine. Your turn.
Yes, it is my turn. Wait, did you do
I
yours?
did my thing.
What was that?
My hat.
Oh, okay. I was distracted. So this is my final one. In my Knit for Brains teapot bag is my something on here. Bombers hooded cowl. You know I'm gonna have to knit. I'm trying to remember. One of them has a sky blue one, and one of them has a blue one with a silver tassel. Well, I know the blue one with the silver tassel is
That's Thorns, isn't it?
Thorns,
Yeah.
actual one.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do a silver tassel, but I could see doing. Oh, it'd be a pain to have to change color for the edging.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to do that.
Just crochet.
Well,
along the
actually,
edge.
it's not a problem until you get to the hood.
just crochet along the edge.
That's true. But it's an obvious edge you get with the hood because it already has the ribbing. Or
But
the
you just
ribbing and
single
the
crochet
garter.
along the edge. That's all. Single crochet around the edge.
But it won't make it. No, it won't look nice.
Yes, it will.
No, it won't.
Yes, it will. Slip stitch
No,
it.
it won't.
Mhm.
No.
I think it will. You're just being obnoxious.
No, I'm not. I don't think it would look good with the garter.
Maybe. You don't. You will not know.
I
until you
just.
try.
I don't like how the idea. Where did my other?
You don't know until you try and see.
I won't try and see
Yeah, because you're stubborn.
because I don't think it'll look good.
You
Okay.
won't know until you try it.
I don't. But I don't want to try because I don't think it'll look
She's
good.
obnoxious. She's completely closed-minded.
But
Not saying you wouldn't tear it out. Just try it.
the thing is, if I wait to that point, then I have to redo the hood. If I still want the silver,
Why would you have to redo the hood?
If I still want the silver where the garter is, I would have to redo the hood because the garter goes up the entire time you're knitting it. So if I decide I don't like the slip stitch and I still would want the silver,
Right.
I would have to redo that hood.
Right. No, I wasn't thinking you were going to be doing inside the hood.
No, because if you look at the hood, you know, it's...
I haven't gotten. I mean, I've gotten there, but I haven't.
Okay,
done
so
it
when
yet.
you work on the hood, you're doing the garter edge at the same time. So you would have to have silver on one side, silver on the other side, and then the center blue. And I still might put myself through that torture because now I kind of want to own a hood for each one of the dwarves that I know what hood they have. I think that Feely and Keely have a kind of blue.
It has green.
I'm not sure who has
Was that
green.
Balin?
No, Balin has red.
Red. Okay.
Balin has red.
Probably Bomber.
Bomber. Nope, Bomber is yellow.
That's right.
Thorin has the blue with the silver. I need to go and look at The Hobbit again to see all the different ones. Not everyone's is mentioned, but there are...
Somebody had brown, right?
Somebody did, I think, have brown. These are their, special party hoods, so they might be a little bit more fancy because if they're going to, a party. They're going to tea, so they're wearing their fancy hoods. But anyhow.
We really are on a tangent today.
Well, at least it makes up for last felt so bad about last week.
Yeah.
So yeah, now for that one, for Thorin's, I would probably do the second one because I wouldn't want it to be quite as smushy.
Mm-hmm.
And
You mean the one I'm doing?
yes, I would want it to be just a little thinner. And I wouldn't do the silver every time there's a purl row. I would do the silver at the bottom, and I do the silver up at the hood. Just because I would want to keep it. I don't want to have to constantly. Although I could change because it wouldn't be having to hold it throughout. I could do a quick row of pearls for silver. I'd have to think about that. Anyhow, Thorin's is not Thorin. Bomber's is simple because it's just yellow.
Right.
And this is, of course, my Miss Bab Squash Blossom. Because I need to own something in each one of these. Good heavens. I need to make fingerless mitts out of these with the leftover. Because I am going to do the smaller hood. So I'll have leftover.
And I decided I was going to do that as well. I tried on her.
Isn't it nice? It's nice how it shapes the face.
And if I pull it all the way over, it covers my face.
Yeah, and I do that all the time. I think it's easy to forget you have that extra space back there. Now, I'm still not going to add the tassel for Thorin's.
I'm not adding tassels. I don't do tassels.
Even though he has a silver tassel, he's not going to have a silver tassel. He'll have the silver edging. I just don't like tassels. But yeah.
Pretty.
Very happy and yellowy. And bright.
Apparently this is what I want to work on right now.
Well, that works. This will be what I work on. I think my other needle holder is probably on my desk because it's not here.
I've reorganized everything, so now I have to remember where I put it. If we don't find anything, so I'll reorganize. Let's see here. My next one is, okay, I can't show it to you. It's a test knit. So, pretty bad. Plover Bird, Mickey and Minnie Mouse. And, yeah, it's in here. I can show you the yarn. Being saw the yarn, said,
You're like, no.
nope. Nope.
Keep dreaming.
So that's all I have to say about this because I can't show it to you.
Yep. So, I don't have anything else.
I don't either.
Okay. Then I do have
Just trying to find by the
an FO. Which should be obvious because I'm working on Bomber. So this is Balin's Hooded Cow. And all I had to do for this one was make the hood the way I wanted instead of at that time I went and made the bigger hood and I discovered I didn't like it as much. You see, this one shapes much nicer. And this is nice if I'm not having light sensitivity. If I'm having light sensitivity, I pull it over all the way. This doesn't go with my outfit, so I'm not going to continue wearing it because I'm wearing purple. But,
So how's that different from your bedroom?
ha ha ha.
Well,
Well, my bedroom's not straight purple. It's this light lavender color.
purple and red.
It works. And my red is a deep red.
Let's
So
see.
yeah, this has a little bit of the fuzzes you get after you've worn things for a while. Because I have worn this hood even if I didn't like the original hood that I did. So, see, Mom, this is where you can already see that this is built into it. So I would have to have two different silvers on each side.
So I didn't understand what you were saying. I thought you were talking about an edge.
This
Not-
no,
I meant I thought an actual edge.
no,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be a problem if it was an actual edge. The problem lies in the fact that it's knit simultaneously, and it would look stupid to have a crocheted edge on top of this built-in edge. And Thorin would not stand for his fancy hood looking stupid.
Okay, so I don't have any FOs.
Okay, do you have anything for graphic novel?
No,
I don't either, but I do have beads and string.
I have. Yeah, that's my.
And you,
outfits.
so yeah.
I mean, I can show it during beads.
No, for you it's stash enhancement. So I have, let me get one out of my pocket. I actually went on a spree of rosary making because I finished all the orders I was working on. So I completed some of the ones that I've been intending to that stay in the family. And some of these will end up going in the shop, as in like the design.
And I showed my Padre Pio last.
I ended up having to pick up more of these crosses.
I showed my Padre Pio when I received it.
Yeah, so this is...
It's slightly different than mine.
Yeah, I wanted to have the two different faces. The crucifix with the face and the Padre Pio centerpiece face. And then this one is stainless steel with, excuse me, zebra heart, Our Father beads, which sounds weird, but zebras are the sign for Ehlers-Danlos, which is why they're on there. Let's see, there we go. And it actually works better than I even hoped. This may or may not go up, this design in the shop. I haven't made up my mind yet.
Well, you can put it. They can, if they don't order, they don't order. If you
Well, I need to pick up more of these beads before I do that because I only have enough to possibly cover. I think I only have 3 left.
Only 3 beads.
Because so those are set aside for sacrifice beads.
Right.
Because I already have.
Well, maybe you just get enough to make 2 rosaries.
Yeah, so I need to pick up more.
2
And
rosaries.
these are another one. These are other ones that are a little bit more expensive than some of my other beads. So I'm only using them for Our Father beads. Plus, it would be tacky in a full-on rosary.
Yeah. No, but I think if you have enough to make maybe 2 rosaries and 2 sacrifice beads on hand, then you'll be set.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, that's a stainless steel one. And then this one, I'm testing out, even though I won't necessarily get the centerpiece again, because the centerpiece is free, and these centerpieces are expensive, at least I want to try out the large pink agate.
That's really pretty.
And this crucifix was one that I fell in love with, but I'm not going to pick up for the shop because it is on the more expensive end. I just wanted one for myself, and I picked up one for you if you wanted it.
It's mine.
So, every once in a while I do that when I'm shopping for a shop. I'll snag a little something for myself, but this was free because she sends free samples. And the Our Father beads are ceramic with little pink flowers. And I'm usually not a pink person, but
It's pretty pretty.
I really needed something to match this centerpiece. And Mom, yeah, so it's pretty. I haven't really had a chance to use that much because I only finished it on Saturday. And it was, well, it's completely done on Sunday.
Anything else for your shop?
Oh yeah. So this was not shop, that was Beads and Street. Because shop is stuff I'd actually put up there. There's no guarantees that this would be in shop.
Okay, my shop, like I said, I have been doing other things. I did get Davina's paperwork for her SSI stuff in order, even though I don't have to do this anymore for her for that particular aspect of it. I like to have it because they might ask for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I finished that, and I've got my stuff I was organized. So I didn't dye yarn this week, but I've been feeling the urge to dye yarn, so I'm hoping to do so in the near future. Just keep an eye on the shop. I'm going to start putting in things like the autism awareness colors, the Springer colors like How Green's My Valley, and that kind of stuff. So just keep an eye on
I think
that.
you're someone who can't dye if you have a lot of things on your plate. If you have like things you're thinking about, I need to do this, I need to do that, it kills your focus. Let me cross off this row. I do have something to wave in front of your face for the shop because for whatever reason, even though I wasn't feeling well, I worked on some designs. I don't know how that works, but okay. When I
Part of
wasn't
your brain, maybe.
when I was sitting in the absolute when I wasn't sitting in the absolute dark, I was doing stuff. But the thing is, there's been points where I felt poorly, and the idea of being creative at all was like not something I could even handle. So I don't know. I know at other periods when I've not felt well, I've been incredibly creative too. So, long-standing design in here, in the bag that Laura made me. And it's not going to know what to do when I'm done with that design. Although I have another one that can stick in there afterwards. That's been sort of languishing. And I've got several designs in here. 1, a 2, a 3.
It's good to see her back into designing.
So, well, I have other ones that were like older ones I haven't touched. And I'm not pushing myself to look at them right now. I'm going to work on what I feel like working on. Because the biggest way to kill a design spree is to like say, no, you got to work on this.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Okay.
That's it for design and shop stuff for me, because I don't really have anything else for shop right now, other than the fact that, like I said, the Eleanor's crosses will go up as soon as I do a final look through to make sure everything looks good before I set it up there.
Do you have any stash enhancements?
Because what I showed would have also been counted. I don't think it counts as stash enhancement when I'm the one who makes it.
Still stash enhancement. I picked up some extra sugar and I had some tea come in that I had to replace because I'm kind of on a moratorium on buying things unless I need them right now for Lent or unless there's a reason and not just, oh, I want this.
Right.
So I'm trying to do that for Lent, but I do have some stash enhancements. Taya, this particular rosary used to have gold beads. Gold beads?
No,
stainless steel.
it just had stainless steel.
And because of the centerpiece, I found out that maybe I can't sleep with it because it gets too warm and the glue falls off the centerpiece. Not her fault, not even this' fault. It's just that
It's the nature.
It's the nature of what it is. So she redid it for me in a wood rosary. So this, strictly speaking, isn't really a stash enhancement, but it kind of is.
Yeah, it's
And
repaired.
It's a repair, and it's
And we're trying to see how she likes the larger cord. And for this one, even though you have another one with a larger cord, I think maybe I made the spaces bigger from the other one.
I don't know what the difference between this and my Padre Pio is. The Padre Pio one falls nicer in my hands, although this is seeming to loosen up.
I think it will loosen up as you mess with it.
And so this is loosening up, so maybe it's not an issue.
And if that's the case, I would prefer to stick with the larger cord for your one we're going to do for...
St. Alphonsus.
I wasn't even thinking about Alphonsus, although that's probably a good idea too. The Pauline one, because we have gold stainless steel picked out for your father beads, and you'll destroy that.
I don't destroy things.
You will destroy that.
Do not destroy things. So isn't this pretty though? I love the wood. It matches. If you look at the centerpiece, he's got a red robe, and then
it matches the door.
It's the door, yeah, and no handle on it.
No handle.
No handle on it. It's not supposed to have a handle. Every once in a while you'll come across a picture where he's knocking on a door with a handle. The whole idea is he can't open the door.
Well, he can, but...
Well, that's not the point.
Yeah.
He can't open the door unless you open it for him. So he can do anything he wants. He can just be there. But, that's the idea. And they put a handle on it and they messed it all up. But not on this one. I have a picture upstairs where they did it. I was kind of annoyed. Now, this one is a stash enhancement. A true stash enhancement. I bought the centerpiece
and the crucifix.
It was a set.
Yeah, because you liked the cameo pink one I got for free.
But I had these already on my.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't realize you already had. I know you got them after the pink one.
I picked them up afterward.
Yeah.
But I love this. Our Lady's called Our Lady of the Streets, and it came with a.
Where's mine's Our Lady of Guadalupe?
Crucifix, and I've got the ceramic Our Father beads, only mine are blue and white. His ties were pink. And I don't know what stone you said this was. Aquamarine?
So this was aquamarine, yeah.
Aquamarine.
So it doesn't feel quite... This is a new bead that we're testing out. The agates, I have a pink and I have a green. And the agate feels super secure. Davina... Well, actually, technically, Mom's been testing Davina's Catarrh with a pink one.
Not Catarrh with a St. Paul.
I'm sorry, you're right, St. Paul one. Mom uses Davina's pink St. Paul all the time, which is 8mm beads, whereas this is 10mm.
This is 8 as well?
That is 8, because I could only get the aquamarine in 8.
Yeah, I use hers, and I've grown accustomed to this for a while. I thought it was too fragile feeling, but it's not. It's just lighter than I'm used to, and it's smaller than I'm used to. And it's a really beautiful rosary.
Although it's the same size as the agate one. I think the agate might be just feels a little bit...
What agate one?
The one that you use for St. Paul is an 8mm agate.
Yeah. But I just, it's a little bit, I don't know what it's... I think the cut is slightly different.
It's faceted.
Yeah.
Whereas the agate feels like a normal bead.
Right.
And that might be also in your head, it feels different.
It does feel different. And it's a very nice, nice rosary. I love old-fashioned rosaries, vintage, and this has a vintage feel to it.
In spite of being brand spanking new.
It has a vintage feel to it.
And you decided that you really like the Our Father beads being 10 millimeter to the 8 millimeter Hail Mary beads.
Because I will go through saying my prayers, and then I'll hit the Our Father, maybe not notice it, and go straight over. I'm like, wait a minute. And I look at it, it's like I've done, 15 beads instead of 10, and then but this is really, I love this. I love both of them. Two of my favorite kind of devotions, Jesus knocking at the door, and then Our Lady of the Streets.
So yeah, but she's testing the beads out for me. That's the excuse I make anyway sometimes for making rosaries for the family, is this is a test.
My husband's gotten to the point where he doesn't say how many rosaries do you need, he just kind of rolls his eyes.
It's like when you have knitters in the house, when you have someone who can make the rosaries in the house, they just sort of accumulate. They just grow. The population.
Magically. I mean, Davina's got 3.
They reproduce.
I think Daddy has 2.
Yes, I made him. I want to say I made him St. Joseph, and then I made him Padre Pio.
Padre Pio was a surprise for me, but
no, I made St. Michael and
Michael.
Padre Pio.
St. Michael and Padre Pio. Yeah, that's right.
St. Michael was the first one.
Yeah, Padre Pio was a surprise for me, but Padre Pio's been very insistent with me. So,
well, because for Dad already had a St. Joseph you purchased for him. Even though I believe mine might be higher quality.
I don't know.
I use higher quality materials
yeah.
than the other. I think the other person used maybe some plastic beads.
I think so, because I had one that I slept with forever, and I didn't break the cord. The bead actually broke.
Because you thought it was actually metal.
I thought it was metal, yeah.
Now, I think that not everyone uses stainless steel the way I do. Because I know I've had people be surprised about how heavy those rosaries are.
This is really a weapon.
I think she only had an 8 millimeter one, too.
Did she?
I wasn't doing 10 millimeter ones at that point.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's it on that front. Anything else? That's stash enhancement. I guess that leads us on to ending stuff, which is good. I'm not quite crashing tired, but I am tired.
Yeah, we have to eat lunch. But today, this weekend is, this Friday is a live stream?
This Friday's a live stream because the Zoom isn't until the last Friday of the month.
Okay, so this Friday is a live stream. And so, yeah, that's right. 2nd and 4th. So we'll see the Patreons there. It's not a free one, is it? No, it's not a free for all. That's
no, that's like not till June.
April.
No, it's either June or July.
No, not the Zoom, not the free
No,
Zoom.
I know. 1 month. One is
it's quarterly.
Yes. Oh, you're right. You're right.
It's January.
You're
April.
correct. You're correct.
Yeah.
And then it's July. You're right. June is the Zoom. My mistake.
Yeah.
It's all set up. If you can see the live streams scheduled, those are the free ones.
Yeah.
For everybody, because you can't see the other ones that are scheduled
For patrons
for
only.
patrons only until you follow the link for that specific video from Patreon. It's not available to be seen by everybody. It's link only.
So we do have a Patreon one coming up this Friday. So we'll look for seeing.
Actually, the first
there.
email should have already gone out.
Okay.
The first notification email.
Nothing much to say other than that, I don't think. I think I got everybody on YouTube, and there wasn't anybody I could see on PHN, so if I missed you, I apologize. We want to thank the people who did comment, that we know of.
Yeah.
Looney Hiker, Paula, Meditative Crafter, Wendy, who is MacGyver, Brittany, and Kara. Thank you very much for commenting. And we are very, very glad that you joined us for the Fun in the Woman Cave.
Not just very glad, very, very glad.
We want to wish you all a wonderful, blessed week full of knitting, crocheting, crafting, whatever it is that makes your heart happy. And we hope to see you here for the Fun in the Woman Cave next week. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 544, and that's a wrap.
Bye.